Alrighty, I want to talk about building a hunting arsenal. Understand the examples I have here are a few selections I pulled out of my collection and I'm using to film, but we're largely talking about concepts. If you have something that works better for you, or is more available to you, or is legal in your jurisdiction that may not be legal in mine, or if something's not legal in your jurisdiction that's legal in mine, then so be it. Make your adjustments where you can fit your needs. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that disclaimer. When we're looking at sporting use of firearms, and that's what I'm going to limit this discussion on today, we want to have some very basic building blocks. And to me, we start off with a .22 rifle. In this case, it's the Marlin Model 39. You can buy ammunition fairly abundantly and fairly cheaply, and you can get in a lot of practice with it. In an ideal world, your rimfire rifle should be of the same action type as your centerfire rifle, which brings us up to my 30-30 here. Now, where I hunt in North Florida, a lot of times it's thick country, it's brushy country, our shots are relatively close. With practice, even with this iron-sighted 30-30, the average person can shoot a deer between 100 to 150 yards with no problems. Matter of fact, this 30-30 has killed a lot of deer, hogs, and quite a few other things for me over the years. And if it wasn't for hunts that I have taken and gone off on and other places that required longer shots, this would still be, probably my go-to centerfire rifle. The rimfire rifle we can use for small game. We can use it to teach new shooters. We can use it to practice where we're not dealing with the expense and the recoil of the bigger cartridge. Moving from that concept, we have my Model 17 .22 pistol and my Model 19 in .357 Magnum. Now, with these pistols here, it allows me to shoot .22 short, long rifle, 38 special, and .357 Magnum. So it covers a lot of bases. They're both built on the K-frame. They both have the same sight system that I grew up shooting, the Partridge front sight, the micro-adjustable rear. The difference between these two guns at this point is the grips that are on them. The .357 has the bigger target grips, which I prefer. And if I ever find a set that's affordable, there's going to be a set going on the .22. So we have a rimfire and we have a centerfire. Okay, .22, we can use it again for small game hunting, dispatching snakes or other critters. And it's a good understudy for a more powerful centerfire handgun that we can use in .357 Magnum to take big game if we need to. Both of these guns, because they're revolvers and work on mechanical principles as opposed to the recoil of a semi-automatic, give me the option to shoot snake shot reliably to dispatch rattlesnakes, moccasins that we commonly have here in North Florida. Now we get to an interesting point, and this is probably the most personal and most versatile of our hunting tools. Now, a representative of this is my Browning BPS pump. Why did I pick this one? Well, truth be told, it was the first off the rack. Again, maybe you like Remington and your choice is an 870. An excellent choice. Maybe you like Mossberg. Maybe you like a semi-automatic. Maybe you like a double. Okay, with the shotgun, we can go from something that will work well as a general purpose gun, like this Browning BPS. It'll shoot 2 3/4 or 3-inch shells. Because it's a pump gun, I don't have to worry about cycling the action or it jamming with light loads or heavy loads. And this one has a screw-in choke tubes, which allows me to shoot any choke I want to get any pattern I want. This one here right now has a full choke in it. So when we look at building an arsenal, a battery, a selection of firearms for the sportsman, some things I think we need to have in common or have in concept. I don't think it's possible to get through life without a rimfire rifle. Maybe you like the 17, maybe you like the 22 Magnum. Yes, I have some samples of those. And I believe you need a shotgun because you can do so much with it. Now, I know some of our northern jurisdictions prohibit the use of centerfire rifles. Well, you make your adjustments based on what's legal in your area. In my case, here in North Florida, we can use the centerfire rifles, and this 30-30 is a representation of it. If you like 270, if you like 6.5 Creedmoor, if you like 30-06 like I do, and that's what you like and what you want to hunt with, more power to you. I'm not bashing anybody's choice. I'm just looking at this from a building blocks perspective. When we're looking at our sidearms, I know some places have more stringent laws on carrying a handgun. Well, again, here in North Florida, we have very few restrictions, particularly when we're hunting. So these are choices I've made. Do I have other guns? Yes. Are these guns that I would say are absolutely perfect for every scenario? No. I may make a completely different choice if I'm carrying a firearm primarily for self-defense. I understand that these classic Smith & Wessons are expensive right now. I understand the Winchesters have gone crazy on prices. And the Model 39 Marlin, they're few and far between. The BPS has been discontinued. But what we're looking at is concepts. Maybe you're the guy that's going to primarily bird hunt. Well, maybe you don't want a 12. Maybe a 20 gauge will fit your needs better. More power to you. Buy it, enjoy it, love it, hunt with it. Maybe your jurisdiction says all you can carry is a 22 pistol when you're out in the woods with a maximum of a 6-inch barrel like some of our hunting clubs have here. Well, you make your adjustments and you find things that are going to meet your needs. So what the point of this video is not to recommend any specific type or brand of firearm, but to get your juices flowing, to get your brain going and say, hey, what do I need to meet my hunting needs? If you're the guy that hunts a lot during archery season, you're probably going to put your bow into this category. If you're a guy that loves primitive weapons and black powder, hey, you're probably going to have your favorite muzzle loader in here. Again, I'm not saying this is absolutely all you need. I'm saying that this selection meets a lot of my needs. I'm also saying that with these basic building blocks, you have a very versatile setup that can meet a lot of people's needs. Now, again, am I saying this is every firearm you need? No. If I want something specific for home defense, I might choose a shotgun with a shorter barrel and a tactical light and set it up so. Maybe I'm a die-hard turkey hunter, and I may build something specific for that. If I'm a wing shooter, hey, maybe I want a light double-barrel 20 gauge. If I'm a duck hunter, I may want something else. This is stuff to get you thinking, get you evaluating your needs, and starting to say, hey, what do I really need? What's going to meet my needs? And then you bring that to fruition. You obtain those firearms. Okay? Could I put these guns into use in a self-defense scenario? Yes. Have I? Yes. But the main thing we're talking about is sporting use. What you're going to hunt with. What you might take with you on a fishing trip. You know, a lot of times this Model 17, if I'm just out at the camp cutting the grass, this is what I've got with me. Why? Number one, I enjoy shooting it. Number two, it works really good for dispatching snakes and other critters that may need to just leave. So, we're looking at the concepts. Hopefully it's given you some ideas, things you can think about to meet your needs and enjoy your outdoor experiences. Later on.